guys, how are we doing? It's that time again. We are doing my everyday natural clean girl makeup routine. I think it's been a good few months since I've shown you guys my favorites. I feel like I always show them on TikTok and Instagram, but I always seem to neglect YouTube. So these are the products I've been loving. Specifically for autumn winter too, my skin has been so dry and I've just found that these products work the best. And it's going to be a very kind of simple, foolproof routine. Like, it's very hard to go wrong with this routine. We're going to be using minimal products, no foundation, just very natural, glowy, and kind of enhancing your real skin rather than wearing a full glam look. I've also been absolutely obsessed with the skin prep products I'm going to use. They are my ultimate favorites right now, so yes, very excited to show you. Okay, let's get ready. First things first, we can't get ready without prepping the lips. I'm obsessed with the Kylie Skin lip butter in vanilla caramel. Because of how obsessed I am with lip balms, I have way too many and I find it very hard to make progress because I'm always flipping between them. But this one I have been using so often. I love it so much. It has a really nice consistency as well. It's not too thin, it's not too thick, and there's no stickiness. So good. I'm going to start by using a face mist. This is the Ulla Henriksen Peach Glaze Glow Mist. I have been loving this lately. I kind of just use this whenever as well. I use it at night, morning, before makeup. It's such like a good all-rounder product. I feel like it makes my skin look a lot more refreshed and just kind of helps with, you know, when I've got really dry skin. It also smells very yummy. It smells like peaches. And obviously got myself a coffee. It's actually such a nice day out. It's very like crisp and autumny, which I love. It's one of those mornings where it looks like it could be warm outside, but it's freezing, but the sun is shining and then the trees are like so orange. So random, but thought I'd tell you. Okay, I know it's a very expensive brand, but I've actually been loving Dior Beauty to prep my skin. I've got a little combination going on. So I have been loving these two products together. This is the Dior Hydrolife Deep Hydration Sorbet Water Essence. And then this is the Total Capture Day Cream. This one you can see is very heavily used. I use it every single morning and every single night, and it has very quickly become one of my favorite moisturizers ever. But I'm going to start off with the serum. I usually do 3 drops on each side of my face, and it's got this consistency that's really lightweight, but you can kind of feel how moisturizing it is and it absorbs really quickly. I also love the smell of Dior Beauty skincare. I feel like it is very expensive, but it feels so luxurious to put it on, and the scent is so clean. And I'm going to go in with the moisturizer, and this consistency is like butter. I actually use quite a lot of this. It's very thick, but it just melts straight into the skin and it turns into this beautiful like rich moisturizer, but it doesn't feel heavy on the skin and it doesn't feel like you're wearing too much. It just makes your skin feel so hydrated and soft. And I was skeptical because of how thick the consistency is that it wouldn't sit nice underneath makeup, but it sits beautifully. I've had no issues. I mean, I use it every day and voila. Keep it very simple. My skin usually likes when I do less. I'm such a firm believer in less is more with skincare. So that is all for skin prep. I'm taking a little break from skin tints and foundations at the moment, so I'm going to go straight in with my concealer. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I wear shade Light 2 Vanilla. I've been using this concealer consistently for about 3 years now, and whenever I'm using a different product, I always find myself coming back to this because it is the perfect shade for my skin and the coverage is just right. It doesn't look too bright, it just literally melts into your skin. Kind of just looks like your skin, but better. I mainly focus underneath my eyes for my concealer because I have quite thin skin, so my eye area can be quite veiny and quite dark, so I'm really going to pack it on underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to do a little bit on my chin, and then I like to just do around my nose, on my upper lip as well, just for any discoloration. And then I don't put any product directly onto my forehead because I always find that my forehead doesn't agree with makeup as much as the rest of my face. So I'm going to blend this out and then use the remnants on the brush to then blend into my forehead, if that makes sense. And I'm going to use this brush. It's like a little dense one just to kind of really pack it into the skin. Okay, that's my concealer blended out. I just love it so much. This shade is just perfect for my skin tone, I think. Cream bronzer. I think we all know I love this product so much. I've actually got a new one. If you've seen on my TikTok, I've been using this one from like 3 years ago. It's probably very expired, but I love it so much. I stay very loyal to it. It's the Nude Sticks Nudies Matte in shade Bondi Bay. Nude Sticks is not spoken about enough. I think it deserves so much more hype. The products are so beautiful, and like the creaminess, the way they blend into the skin, they are so gorgeous. I dot this quite high up on my face to kind of give it some sculpting, and I go around my forehead too, and then I also just do my nose just to give it a little bit more dimension. I love adding some bronzer to my nose. I feel like it just adds so much to makeup. I always find that when I put cream bronzer on my forehead with no other makeup, then it just blends out easily. There's no cakiness, the products aren't like mixing together. It just stays very natural. Okay, my phone died, so apologies if the camera's changed a little bit. Cream blush. I am so excited for this blush. I love it so much, and I feel like whenever I've been using it on TikTok recently, people have always been very intrigued with this blush. So this is the Kylie Cosmetics Hybrid Blush in shade Summer Sorbet, and it's very pink, corally, but it comes out so natural and beautiful on the skin. And it's this really interesting formula that's kind of powdery, kind of creamy. So you can kind of layer it up or go in with a little amount, just however you like. I use this hourglass brush, and I use this side, like a little dense side, and I just kind of swirl it around. And then with my blush placement, I always start off quite high up because I have a round face, so I want to do my best to kind of sculpt it rather than making it look even rounder. Not that it's a bad thing at all, but it's just my preference. I think having blush quite high up just looks really snatched. I've actually really been loving Kylie Cosmetics. I think the products are actually so good, and now obviously they are available at Boots, so they are a lot more easy to get. But you can see how beautiful the blush is. It's just such a pretty shade, and again, like I said, it's really buildable, so you can really wear however much you like. And then once I'm happy with the amount on my cheeks, I then do a little bit on the brush, and I kind of just dust it over my nose just to give myself that flushed and very clean look. I also wanted to show you guys this blush. If you like a little bit more shimmer, then sometimes I go in with this one. This is the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Stick in shade Candy, and it's a very similar pinky color, but it has like gold throughout it. So if you want a little bit more of a glow, I recommend this one. Okay, liquid highlight. This is a step I used to do really frequently, and then I kind of stopped for a while, and I realized something was missing from my makeup, and I was like, what am I doing differently? And I realized it was the fact I've stopped doing my liquid highlight, and I missed it so much. I use the Rare Beauty Liquid Luminizer in shade Enlighten. I've used this in pretty much all of my previous Get Ready With Me's on here, I think. And I basically just place it on all the highest points of my face. So my cheekbones, my nose, underneath my eyebrows. And then with this, I always blend in with my fingers. It's quite hard to blend with a brush without leaving like brush marks, so I just like to go in with my fingers. You just tap it in, and you can see the glow it gives. Honestly, like, that is not real. It is so beautiful. And with this, a little really does go a long way. Like, you do not need a lot of product. I'm taking some of the excess on my finger too, and I'm just going to put it on my Cupid's bow, and then blending out underneath my eyebrow. My eyebrows, I'm still using the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I genuinely buy this every 2-3 weeks when it runs out. I love it so much. I think it's so great for the money, and it does everything that the higher end brow pencils do. Like, honestly, it is no different. I've started realizing as well with my eyebrows that less is more. I feel like some days I do very kind of fuller brows, and I make sure they're very like carved out, but day to day I really like to just lightly kind of draw on like this, and then I always make sure to spoolie as much as possible to make sure that there's no harsh lines, because we want the eyebrows to look like our eyebrows. You see the difference? It's very subtle, but it just makes the brows look slightly fuller, a little bit more put together. I have started getting my eyebrows tinted and threaded, and it's changed my life. Like, genuinely, I don't think I need to do my brows that often, because I just love the way they look without any product sometimes. And then to set my brows, I'm going to use the Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax. I've actually really loved using this. So I really lightly just brush it through. And I was kind of scared at first because obviously it's white, but it just comes out clear. And then I use my finger and I kind of just push the product into my eyebrows, so then they're just like really stuck down. Almost like the laminated brow trend. And that is how I do my eyebrows. Again, very simple. I feel like everything in this routine is just very simple. I'm going to do a little bit of setting powder because we don't want the makeup to slip and slide everywhere. So I'm going to go in with Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in shade Pound Cake. This is like the neutral shade. I'm not quite a fan of the translucent like white powder shades. I feel like they kind of make me look a bit ghostly. So I just kind of gently tap it in. I don't like to use a lot of powder, and I'm only going to powder under my eyes and around my nose because those are the areas that kind of get a little bit iffy throughout the day. I do take it onto my eyelid a little bit to avoid any creasing. I'm actually going to put some just in between my eyebrows and onto my forehead a little bit, just because I'm a little bit oily in those areas today. I don't tend to wear a lot of powder products because that's where my makeup can look a little bit dry and cakey, but I'm going to go in with a little bit today, and usually I go in with the Hourglass Leopard Unlocked palette. I love this palette so much. I use it all the time. Each shade is very shimmery too, so it's still going to make your skin look very glowy. So to begin with, I'm going to go in with the bronzing shade. I just dust this into all the areas where I've put the cream bronzer, and again, again, it's just going to give your skin the extra warmth, some colour, and I'm going to take it down my neck too, just to make sure everything is blended in. And then with my blush, I like to mix these two shades. This one has quite a lot of highlighter in it, so it's really gonna give your skin that glow. And again, just quite high up on my cheekbones, I'm just going to dust it on like so. And again, I love to take it on my nose too. And if you do want a little bit more highlight, then I like to go in with the highlighter shade. I actually use this all the time. It's got like a big indent in it where I use it, and I just kind of lightly tap it over the Rare Beauty highlighter. And then I also add some in the inner corner of my eyes. Gonna curl my eyelashes. I think we all know what mascara I'm gonna use. This is the Hourglass Instant Extensions Mascara in Ultra Black. The most lengthening mascara I've ever used. I feel like I always get compliments on my eyelashes when I wear this mascara. And as well, it's tubing. I don't know what I did before tubing mascara exists. It's so easy to take off, and then you don't have to worry about like any black residue around your eyes, because you literally can just grab it and like pull it out. It's so weird. And I just love the wand so much. It's so small, you know, you're not going to make a big mess, and it's really going to just grab each lash individually rather than like clumping them all together. And I will always do bottom lash mascara. I know it's Marmite, you either love or hate it, but I always love it. I feel like it opens up your eyes so much. It's really going to make them pop. So that is my mascara. I cannot tell you how many times I've bought this mascara now. I think we're heading towards maybe 7 or 8. I love it so much. Okay, and lips, you know me, we're not going to be doing anything crazy. I'm not a lip liner, lipstick girl. I'm sorry if I've disappointed you. I'm literally going to go in with the Gisou lip oil in Raspberry Swirl. This is one of my favourite shades. It's like a very natural light pink. I don't know why I've never been a lip liner girl or a lipstick girl. I just really like just having one product on my lips. Very natural. This smells so yummy too. It smells like raspberries. I'm going to spray my face one more time with the Ole Henriksen just to lock everything in and give it a little bit more of a glow. And that is my everyday foolproof glowy clean girl makeup routine. Like I said, it is so simple, very easy to follow. You know, there's minimal products. I really just think less is more. I know a lot of people are kind of over the whole clean girl thing, but I will never be. I think this makeup is just so effortless. It's quite chic, and you can also dress it up if you've got an event. You can go in with a lipstick, eyeshadow, whatever you fancy. And I really love these products too. I'll make sure they're all linked in the description, so if you do fancy having a look, then they will all be available. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and if you followed along, I hope your makeup is giving. I hope your skin is giving glazed donut. If you've watched this far, I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video.